Right, y'all. We are live on this Friday morning. God bless everybody. And I'm just gonna be scalping Bitcoin, I guess. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing, guys. I'm coming to the chart. I've actually already taken one trade. I'm gonna start live scalping. And I'm gonna start a scalping group that anyone can join for free to watch the live trades. All you gotta do to join the free group is sign up to BLOFIN using my link and get a user ID, and we'll get you into a private Discord group. And I plan to do this a couple times a week, so it's totally free. So there's going to be no schedule or whatever. It's just going to be whatever I feel like. All right. So this is going to be a different kind of live stream, I suppose, because we're just going to be looking at the chart. So we're up here on our 4-hour time frame right now. This is our range. We're at value area low, which gave a nice scalp already. Took a little long trade from value area low. Yeah, so let's define for ourselves the range and look for those key levels here. I'm going to go ahead and see what else we got on the chart here. Just going to quickly go to the daily time frame, take a look. We do have a level down here I want to mark on the chart. Cool. Let's go to the 1 hour. The 1 hour looks like we are starting to bottom out here. The 12-minute looks really nice and bottomed. So I'm gonna be prioritizing the longs here. Let's go ahead and just pull the local range of this guy. Let's go ahead and identify the key areas of support and resistance. What the heck? We've got this. We've got this. And we've got our golden pocket below us, obviously. We've got our previous range right up here. And then locally, we've got now our golden pocket retrace. So I'm going to be interested in a long if we manage to come back down to here. We've got some 1 minute bearish div forming on the chart right now. So I'm primarily going to be using the 1 minute and the 5-second time frames to take these trades. My signal to get in is going to be the 5-second chart and the 1 minute chart, both giving me bullish divergence as we come to a key level. So that's what I'm going to be looking for right now. If we make another higher high here and we're seeing that signal, I am going to take a short scalp from there. And this is looking pretty nice right now based on our 1 minute for a little bit of a move to the downside. But one of the main things about this strategy is you have to be really honest about the signals, right? Because you're going to get a billion signals if you're on such a low time frame. So you have to combine things with a key level, right? You can't just blindly take trades at the signal on the indicator. You got to make sure that the market is also giving you a signal, right? So yeah, this bearish div here honestly looks pretty nice for a move to the downside. Is there any key level that we are at here? Nah, I don't know. I don't know. Let's go ahead and just curious about this as well here. Yeah, so guys, I'm going to be doing some live scalping a couple times a week. And I'm going to have a private group, which is free to join. If you want to join, just sign up using the link on BLOFIN in the pinned chat, and we'll get your user IDs into a Discord group. All right. So that 1 minute bearish div is playing out right now. And sometimes when you're on such a low time frame, the divergences, they show up as double tops or double bottoms. So I spent a lot of time studying the very low time frames, and you could consider this a divergence, but it's not like 100% certain. That's the problem, because we didn't make a higher high here, because we didn't make a higher high right here, but we made a lower high. If we had made a higher high, it would have been a very, very clear signal to take a short. And the strategy that I'm using here, guys, to be honest, you can be profitable even in a move like this, a 0.25, 0.26% move. You can still make a profit there, because especially with BLOFIN or other exchanges like KCEX, where the fees are so low, you can market in and limit out, or even market in, market out, and make a profit. So my next area of interest is going to be down here in this box, or I'll just kind of have to wait and see what happens if we make our way back down to 65,922. Also, when it comes to this strategy, guys, the main trades that you're going to find are going to be local 786. The local 786 is super nice for giving trades, for giving scalp trades, more so than like local golden pockets. So like right now, in the context of the 5-second time frame, I'd be more interested in the 786 fib at 65,786 than I would be at the golden pocket here at 65,860. Because the 786 is just more likely to give you a big move. Other areas that are likely to give you nice scalps are going to be simple, like liquidity grabs, CDWs. Again, like if we're taking a look down here, we've got this low. When we take out that low right here, if we look at the 5-second time frame, the momentum and the money flow is getting higher there. And so essentially that gives you a signal. And then it actually, it doesn't happen again down here. It doesn't happen again there. It doesn't happen again until right down in here. But that's kind of what I'm chasing after. And again, we're not looking for massive moves here. You can make a decent profit on these tiny little moves. And so that's kind of the goal here, is just to look to get in and get out. I'm going to wait and see where the next opportunity is. Now, this strategy also works best before market open or after market close, New York. The reason is because you want low volatility and you want low volume for this strategy, right? You don't want to be in a trending market. If you come to the chart and you see we're coming straight down like we were earlier, it's not the best time to be using this strategy. All right, this strategy is best for slow, choppy kind of markets, right? So that's what you want to be looking out for. And the way I like to actually use this strategy is this. I have a few different monitors that I use. The 24-minute right now looks extremely nice to the upside. That's why I'm looking to prioritize the longs. I like to keep my 1-minute chart on. I like to keep my 5-second chart on. And so 2 monitors is the way to go. So if you're a mobile trader like me, the iPad is a huge thing. And then the iPhone you can use to, well, it doesn't have to be it could be whatever brand you want. But you can execute the trades on the phone. And you can be watching your 2 monitors at the same time in order to, because you got to be quick when you're doing this stuff, You've got to be quick. In fact, that reminds me. Got to actually log in here to my exchange, my other exchange. We got ourselves our 1 minute chart here. I was trying to get live a little bit earlier. What the heck just happened here? Yeah, I was trying to get live a little earlier before we came down to that value area low, but I wasn't able to do it. But let's see what we got going on now here. All right, we're getting a move down. Now again, we want to be looking at our 5 second time frame. I know it sounds pretty crazy to say, but we want the money flow and the momentum waves to be getting higher as we come down to a level here. So, you know, we're watching this thing, and the best setups are going to come when you can clearly see like a nice shape, draw a nice, like a good example actually with the money flow is if this money flow from the first low to the second low is getting much higher, that's what you would want to see. So we are coming down to our golden pocket here. And like I said, the 786 is going to be giving the best signals. Line down here as well. Wow. Okay. Look at that, man. You wouldn't even have had time to get into that thing right there. I guess it's 8:30, so we just got some volatility. Oh man. And missed opportunity right there. But I mean, you can see the divergence. Let's wait and see what happens here. Maybe we can come down for a back test. Ah man, totally missed out. Let's see. Yeah, it usually doesn't happen that quick. That's why you want to do it before like market open or before any kind of news event, because when the candles are spacey like this, you've got plenty of time to actually execute. You know, obviously that happened in a matter of seconds. No matter how quick you are, you can't get in on that. So, but you know, if you had been ready and we didn't even hit the 786, let's say we hit the 786 and it happened a little bit slower, that's actually a pretty decent move right there. And look at that, we didn't stop me out of the long trade that I'm already in. That's pretty crazy. Now, when something like this happens, you know, you have the option right now to either A, add to the trade and see if it's going to keep going in your favor because you've already locked in a profit. Or B, you could wait for a back test. If you think we're going to continue up right now, we come down to the 786 golden pocket, and you could just add to the trade to see, are we going to get a bounce? It doesn't really matter to you one way or the other, right? Because you kind of already locked in a profit. Worst case, now you're at a break even. So this is the 786. All right, we're getting a bit of a bounce there. So let's check out our, yeah, let's check out our 5 second here. Yeah, it's decent. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit to the trade here. Gonna move that stop under this area here. Then I'm gonna go ahead and pull Fibonacci at a low. I'm gonna shoot for that golden pocket, 65990. See if we can do that there. Looks like maybe no. Look at that. Oh man. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now you might notice, you'd be like, Jay, why are you charting on Bybit but trading on BLOFIN? The reason is I just like the Bybit chart. I feel like it's respected more. All right, I really want to see the 5 second make a higher high right now. I come above 65.923. Come on. Now remember, the higher time frames during all this are looking nice. Even the 1 minute has a trigger. Okay, the 24 minute has got that nice thing. Now we can't make the higher high. Okay, let's see. Move my stop loss into profit. Reason being, look, I'm not trying to catch a swing trade here. So I'm not trying to give my gains back to the market here. We're here to make quick money. We're here to come in. We're here to come out, right? We're here to get in. We're here to get out. Now, important thing to remember while this is going on here is the fact that the 5 second is forming some nice looking bullishness here. If we come and take the lows again and we come down to the macro 786, you know, for me, that's another long, you know. For me, that's another long. This another long. Okay. So, all right. So we're out of that one now. We locked in 200 something bucks. All right. All right. Now, look at this. Wow, CDW. For me, that's also another long right there. That's another long right there. A nice bounce. We got that CD dub. All right, we got some nice bullish money flow. You know. So this one we got to use a smaller position size now, obviously. All right. Smaller position size because that's a pretty big drop right there. Right. We're looking at our CDW. We got it, but we got to make sure that we're like, you know, using our 0.3, 0.4% stop. Here's something else about this. All right. If you are going to be taking these trades, right, you got to make sure that you kind of know in advance what position size you're going to use. All right, you got to know in advance what position size you're going to use. Then you got to stick true to your stops as well. So let's see, 65, 615 is our stop. Let's see here. Yeah, let's see. Let's go down to our 5-second again. I mean, the money flow just so perfect here on the 5-second. You could also see the momentum waves getting higher. So for me, it is a valid trade, right? You know, it is a valid trade. See if we can get up. And these are scalps you're looking to make your money and get the heck out, right? What's funny is I entered the trade position based on the Bybit chart. Bybit had a much steeper wick. If I had been watching the BLOFIN chart, I could have gotten in actually at a better risk to reward here. But I didn't because the Bybit wick, that's the one thing about the discrepancy of the charts. That's a pretty crazy Bybit wick compared to what happened on BLOFIN over here. All right, so let's see if we can hit that TP, lock in a couple bucks. All right. And boom, baby, TP is hit. We're trying to get filled. We're trying to get filled. Come on, come on. Don't do that to me. No, no, no. Don't do that to me. Don't do that. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And is this a joke? Is this a joke? This is a joke. This is a joke! Come on, come on, come on, BLOFIN. What the heck, man? So, again, guys, I am starting a scalping group. It's totally free to enter. All right? The only thing you need to do to enter the scalping group is sign up using BLOFIN. Ah, I should have just waited with that limit order. Sign up using BLOFIN. A couple times a week, we're going to be doing the live scalping. All right? And again, the goal of this, guys, we're not trying to catch a swing trade. We're not trying to make $1 million. All right? We're trying to lock in just tiny gains over time. All right? Just tiny gains over time here. That's what we're trying to do. Just lock in those tiny little gains, tiny little losses. All right? Now, honestly, this account here, I have not traded on this at all. I had my big swing trade, 12 grand locked in. Then I've just been messing around with some scalping strategies. But now, today, I've taken 1, 2, 3 trades. And I'm currently up right now, 3, 4, 5, about 600 bucks, guys, just taking 3 little trades here. This is going to be my scalping account now over here on BLOFIN. If you want to join the scalping group, just click the link. We'll get you in a Discord group based on your user ID. And if you use my link to join BLOFIN, you don't have to pay me anything. But what you need to do is trade with BLOFIN to be in that group. All right. And then it's totally free to join. We're just going to be doing live scalping a couple times a week. All right, our next TP is going to be 65940. We're going to take a little profits out of there. And then we're going to shoot for the top of the range at 66196. Now, again, this trade here, there were 2 execution problems that we should talk about. Execution problem number 1 is Bybit gave us a deeper wick. So my position size was based on the Bybit wick instead of the BLOFIN wick. That was the first thing. The second thing is that I accidentally marketed out instead of limited out. So I had a small position size and marketed out instead of limited out. So because of that, this trade is not going to be as juicy as the first long, right? And that's just part of what happens when you're scalping these low time frames. So don't get wrapped around the axle about the money. Get wrapped around the axle about the execution. All right. I came in here today. I saw 2 opportunities. I guess technically 3. And I've taken those opportunities. And look, this is about keeping the risks small. Right. Overall, in general, this whole trade, I only risked 30 bucks on the trade. Currently, right now, at my second take profit, I'm up 50 bucks. I gotta stop putting my take profits at the exact levels like this, because they keep front running me like that. Do you see that? Do you guys see that? It's the second time this happened to me. The front run. All right. Here we go. Come on, baby. Fill that order. Fill that dang order. All right. Fill that dang order. I've been really messing around with the low time frame scalping strategy. So far today, I'm 3 for 3 with these scalps, baby. All right. Let's go. 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 Shout out to Spartan. Shout out to everyone in the chat, by the way, guys. And shout out to Crypto Crank, all right? Because Crypto Crank, I had a talk with him. He gave me this idea. I'm like, you know what? Crypto Crank, man. Guys, if you're not subscribed to Crypto Crank, go subscribe to Crypto Crank, all right? Dude is inspirational, honestly. Just give me some dang inspiration here. All right? Now, this is the first time, actually, I think I've ever done a live scalping session on YouTube. I usually hate scalping in front of people. It's just a very private matter. But I'm hoping this can be educational, and I'm hoping I can get used to this so that I can continue on doing this, and then maybe I'll increase my size as time goes on. But one thing about trading, guys, let me give you a little golden tidbit about trading. You should probably be using a smaller position size in general. I'll say this. The bigger your position size, and it's all relative, but the bigger your position size, the harder it becomes to think clearly, and the more the emotions get involved. When you're risking 30 bucks, there is zero emotion involved, right? Zero. Unless that's a lot of money for you, all right? When I'm risking $1,000 bucks, $2,000 bucks, what with my normal trading, zero emotion for me on that, right? But if you're scalping like this and you're risking, let's say you're risking $2,000 per trade, and I know some people do it for these scalps, that should be nothing for you. All right, that should be nothing for you. If you can't stop watching the chart because you're scared, then you need to stop doing what you're doing. All right, now all this babbling has made me basically miss a signal here. Let's go to the 5-second time frame again here. Let's go to the 1 minute. Yeah, let's take these highs, actually. We're at the 786, guys. We're at the 786 right now. And you can see we're getting that signal here. We're getting that short signal on the 5-second. Now, again, remember, we're scalping here, but the context is bullish divergence on the 24-minute. Confirmed soon, right? The context is bullish div on the 12-minute, right? So we need to keep that into consideration when we're looking for trades here. You know, you always need to be aware of what the high time frames are doing, right? And so for that reason, I'm hesitant to take a short from here. Let's go ahead and pull our fib from high to low. Pull our fib from high to low. Yeah, so we technically, we're reclaiming that 786. Even though we have the signal on the 5-second, the higher time frames are bullish. I say I'm going to wait until we take the high for my next short. And that's what I think I'm going to do here. We've gotten a decent move up. So you know what else I'm going to do? Is I'm going to mark it in. 10 grand on the trade. Move that stop here. Because if we keep pumping up, then I'm actually gonna lock in a little bit more profits coming up to 66100. Oh, we're already past it. Look at that. Right, we'll lock in some profit there. Okay. Now, this is what you can do when you're scalping. You can just add to your positions. Add. Right? And then once you add, it raises your entry, but then you can TP right away. And look, you could even mark it out. You could mark it out. And lock in that profit right there, right? Lock in that profit right there. Wait a second. We need a little bit more than that, right? We got to at least bank $100. We got to at least bank $100 on that, right? Come on. There we go. $100 even. All right, there we go. $100 even. All right. We're up right now. Those few trades, we're up 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 grand. 700. I'm used to trading with bigger size. We're up 700 in the morning here, guys. And that's the whole thing with scalping, right? You're coming in, you're looking for a few small trades. You're not looking to get the swing trade. You're not looking to be greedy. You're looking to come in, take your dang money. And if the market's moving with you, then take advantage of that, right? Take advantage of the market moving with you. Like what I just did. I just added to the trade. I don't care I'm ruining my entry, right? I don't care because I've already made money on it. You get what I'm saying? So let's see. Are we going to come up and take this next profite? Actually, I'm going to boost this a little higher right now. Boost it up a little higher. A little higher, because we're on fire. Let's see. Doing this 6 mornings a week. So honestly, I've been scalping quite a bit lately. I've been doing a lot of scalping on the toilet. I've been doing a lot of scalping outside. I'm just testing my scalping strategy because honestly, I'm getting sick of this like Bitcoin. You know, like my swing trades have been great. I made so much money from like June until October trading Bitcoin. I made hundreds of thousands of dollars trading Bitcoin from June 2025 until October. And then like since then, I don't know. There are very few nice trades to take. Like it's been very difficult to find those high time frame trades, right? And then, you know, I'm watching Crypto Crank, I'm watching Alexo, and these guys are just scalping. I'm like, yeah, that makes the most sense right now. That makes the most sense. So I've been kind of refining my own scalping strategy, which is essentially the same as my normal strategy, but you got to get used to how the market moves on the low time frames, right? And you have to really know your confirmations. That way you're not flopping and groping on the 5-second time frame like a moron, right? All right, we're taking the high, and we don't have a bear div on the 5-second. We have some slight bear div on the 1 minute. So for me, this is a no trade unless we lose this level here. And no trade unless we lose that level, okay? And right now, based on my strategy, that's getting to the point where you don't even want to take a 5-second scalp, honestly, right? So what I will do is I'll add to the long. All right, I'll add to the dang long. We'll hit our take profit here, right? Let's scoot down a little bit. All right, we'll add to the long a little bit. The market's going in our favor. All right, but I hate how these limits don't get filled, honestly. Like what the actual? Guys, I'm starting a free scalping group. All you have to do to join is sign up to BLOFIN, and we'll take your user ID. We'll put you in a private Discord group. I'm going to be doing this for free on YouTube once in a while, but I'm primarily going to be doing it in a Discord group. All right. Come on. What the actual, man? What the actual? What is going on? My goodness. This is so frustrating. You know? What the actual? Do you guys see this? I'm gonna have to have a little speak here with BLOFIN, all right? BLOFIN, what the actual, man? What the actual? Why are you doing this to me? Why are you front running me by like $1 or literally hitting my thing? What the actual? Now, this is the 1 minute. We got the 1 minute order block down here. Okay, that was a big pumperoni and cheese. Let's see now. Again, we got bull divs on some of these time frames here. The 5-second time frame. Wow, look at the buy bit though. Hit the key level to the dollar. Yeah, so this is one of the problems of trading on a different exchange than Bybit, but you got to use Bybit for your analysis here. And basically, I'm looking right now as this. As long as we don't lose 66.130, we're in the gravy. We have some bear div on the 1 minute. You know, 66.130 is the back test of this. All right. So we're back testing the range high right now. You know, we got the 1 minute order block down yonder, down yander. How can you join if you already have BLOFIN? You got to just sign up using my link, all right? Look at 5 minute time frame is bullish. Yep. That's why we're prioritizing the longs here and being cautious on the shorts. Yeah. But let's check out, because technically we do got a signal here on the 1 minute. Let's go to our 5 second. Get the 5 second giving us a little bit of bull div as we back test the CD dub. All right. And let's see, maybe, you know, I'm going to be looking for maybe a short entry here. You know, right now I'm going to mark this out. All right. Looks like we're not going to get it. Looks like we're not going to get it, but let's see. My beloved gold is moving. Yeah, I know. I was supposed to be scalping gold too. Look, guys, this is my first time actually live scalping. Right? It's my first time live scalping like this ever. So I got to get used to it, okay? Like, it's weird to be in front of people and doing this. It obviously takes a level of focus off, because once I get talking, I stop looking at the chart, right? But, all right, let's see here. So look, this is great, all right? We caught a move. We came in, we started the live stream. We were long from here before the stream. Sorry, I wanted to take that trade before, after, but I couldn't get live in time. We took the long from here. We had a few errors that happened, executional things, right? That caused us to have a smaller position size than what we wanted. And we had to mark it out a few times when we wanted to limit. But I just want to show you, we're trading the 5 second, guys. We're profitable on the 5 second, even with market orders only. All right, that's the thing about this strategy. People say, how can you scalp the 5 second? What about the fees, Jason? Well, that's the deal with the fees. Okay, so, you know, maybe I should have shorted this. For me, not, in hindsight, it's a good short, but in the moment, this was not a good short for me, because when I'm taking these scalps, guys, I don't want to have to use, you know, the long. I know I'm sounding hypocritical because the Bybit wick was so big here, but the Bybit wick here, this long trade had much conviction. This short trade doesn't, that's something only experience can give you that vibe. But the fact that we took the low like that with such bullish money flow, the fact that we had such a nice reaction, the fact that it happened at 8:30 pre-market open, the fact that all the time frames were looking bullish made me say, all right, this is a long worth taking. As opposed to this, where it's like, yeah, like it is, if a higher time frame had a bearish div here, like if the 12 minute had a bearish div, I'd be more likely to take this trade for sure. But because the higher time frames are bullish, and because the 5 second is ambiguous, I'm gonna have to sit this one out for right now. If we happen to get a move up, let's actually mark this out right now. Let's pull the fib. I expect to get stopped out of the long, by the way, but at this point when you've already made, right, you got nothing left to lose. You got nothing left to lose here, you know? We're gonna keep our eyes next on this. Oh, whoops, whoopsie daisies, whoopsie daisy. All right. So we're basically out of this trade here. We're coming down to the 1 minute order block. 1 minute order block. Let's go. Maybe we get the bounce. I don't know. Did we check out gold and silver? Yeah, let's wait for this trade to get stopped out. Oh, also guys, look, this strategy, honestly, if you're going to do this, the time frames I recommend, 7 a.m. Eastern time until 9 a.m. Eastern time. All right, you don't want to be doing this during New York Open. Reason being, this is meant for low volume, low volatility. This is meant for low volume. You know, if you're trading high time frame, you want the volume. You wouldn't even think about taking a trade on low volume, right? Because low volume means chop city, right? We're trading the chop here. This strategy is we're trading the chop. You know, I made 600 bucks in this, all right? I made 600 bucks in this right here, all right? Now, if this is the 1 minute, we go to the 4 hour, you can't even see the dang thing I drew on the chart, okay? For your average high time frame trader, it's like there's no money to be made here, right? What we're doing is we're taking our strategy, we're scaling it down. And in that instance, you embrace the chop, because the reason why is because chopping is great. Chopping means what? Chopping means we're going to come down and consolidate. And so you can look for longs at the bottom of the consolidation, look for shorts at the top of the consolidation. And actually, praise the Lord, looks like we're breaking out of here. So, you know, praise the Lord for everything. You know, praise God for everything here. Baruch Hashem, as we say in Hebrew. Praise the Lord. You know. All right. So, yeah, typically I'd be looking for shorts if we get the back test of this, but we don't have my signal right now. The 1 minute's printing the trigger. Let's wait. I would rather take the high now. All right, let's wait and see. We're at the local golden pocket, so if this is going to reject, it's going to happen from this zone here. I don't have enough conviction to take a short right now. Doesn't mean we can't drop. If the lower high is in, this is where it's going to be from, all right? Looks like we're getting some resistance here at the local fib. But again, guys, I can't stress it enough. With this specific strategy, patience is very much so key. You might be tempted to take a lot of trades because it's the 5 second. That will just lead to death by 1,000 cuts, honestly. You got to wait for those pristine setups. It's no different than the normal time frames. The thing is, though, you come in here for an hour or two and you get 2, 3. Sometimes I'll take 7 trades in a couple hours doing this, all right? And when you really think about it, 7 trades, 6 trades in 2 hours, you know, that's not very much, right? That's 3 trades an hour. That's 1 trade every 20 minutes. So please don't feel that urge to short and long every little thing you see, because I'm telling you, death by 1,000 cuts. Wait for those pristine entries, all right? And this strategy, what I like to do with it is, then I like to, like, for example, when I'm done with this trade's going to get stopped out or run, right? So yesterday I took a short scalp from up here. Yesterday morning, I took a scalp from here when we got a 5 second signal, and I'm letting it run. I've been letting it run this whole time. I didn't even think about this trade. I woke up this morning, it's in profit, up 900 bucks. In fact, let me take a little profit. Let me take a little profit out of that, honestly. Let me take a little profit out of that right now. Should. There we go. Yeah, so let the runner run, because you never know. You know, you step away from your computer, and then tomorrow morning you come here and you're like, dang, I'm up 900 bucks, baby. And again, guys, look, I'm telling you, like how do I say it? How does Jason Casper say it? Here's how he says it. Jason Casper, he says this. All right, here's what JC says. We're not trying to make insane gains, all right? We're not trying to make insane gains. We're just trying to lock in little bits of profits here and there, all right? I actually took this trade on Antarctic as well. 65723. Actually made 400 bucks on Antarctic as well. I took the same trade. So that's good. We're up 5 hundo in one trade. And on the day, I'm up. Oh, wow. I guess I made a little money from yesterday's trade too. Okay, whatever. We're up probably 1,000 bucks. Come in. How long was this stream? How long have I been doing this? since maybe 8 o'clock, 7:45. When did I take that first trade? Yeah, it was like 7 in the morning. I took a little trade down here, whoop, locked in a nice little. Yeah, so that's the thing. And now you're done for the day. Like, honestly, I'm done for the day. Here's something else, guys. After you make your money, stop trading. All right. If you're doing this strategy, after you make your money, stop trading, because here's what happens. You make money. You're like, man, I made all this money. Now I have a little bit of leeway to take some stupid trades. So you start to take stupid trades. And then guess what? You give back half your profit or worse. All right. So with this strategy, like right now, I'm super satisfied with this morning of work. All right. I'm super satisfied. I came in, I made my money. I didn't take any losses today. Praise God. That's not normal. That's not always going to happen. Sometimes you might take all your losses. Here's something else. If you're trading a strategy, set your dang risk limits. All right. Set your risk limit per trade, per day, and per week. All right. 1% a trade, 3% a day, maybe 5% a week, whatever that is. All right. Stick to it. Stick to it, baby. All right. Let's see what happens with this. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We got some super chats in the house. Am I aware that PPI came out at 8:30? Well, yeah, I knew something happened at 8:30, but I didn't know it was PPI. And here's the thing. I don't even care about that. Is everything all right? I'll squeeze it together for you. Here, come over. Okay. My son, he got these action figures. And my wife, she's strong. I mean, you should see her squat. She does squats on a Bosu ball. It's crazy. I don't know how do you do that? What? Practice? Balance. She has balance. All right. Something your boy doesn't have. We're out here scalping on the 5 second. Of course we don't have balance. Of course we don't have balance. Here's the thing. I don't care about PPI volatility because it doesn't affect my strategy at all. You know, maybe it unknowingly helped me make this profit, but I would have taken that trade with or without the PPI. You know, so here's the thing, guys. I'm creating a free scalping group. I'm going to be doing this multiple times a week. We're going to come in. We're going to look for our trades. We're going to make our money. We're going to get the heck out. It's free. To join, sign up to BLOFIN using the link in the pinned chat. You have to be under my affiliate link. You're going to get super low fees so you can scalp. All right. You can see right here, these are the fees that you will get with my link. All right. Oh, I guess you can't see because my picture's in the way. Let me move my picture. All right. Let me move my picture. Let's see. Here's the fees. All right. 0%. You still can't see because my picture. Let me move my picture. 0%. Limit order, 0.02% market order. This is BLOFIN. You can trade gold, silver, whatever the heck you want with these fees. And you're not going to get these fees except if you use my affiliate link. And so the group is free to join. It's my free scalping group. All right. We're going to have a private Discord group where I stream. I'll be doing this multiple times a week in there. I'll do it sometimes for free on YouTube. So stick around and watch, but make sure to subscribe. But this free group, all I ask is that you trade using BLOFIN, using my link, so you get those fees. And then just like today, we're going to come in, we're going to look for those juicy positions and make our money. And now that we made our money, let's do some analysis, honestly. Should we do some analysis, guys? Work with an old BLOFIN that was set up to me? Yeah. And if not, we'll get you hooked up, all right? We'll get you hooked up. You're up super early. It was a fake pump because we're going to give it all back. Yeah, says Ben. Fake pump, give it all back. Here's the thing, guys. Who cares? That's the thing about scalping. Who gives a crap? All right, who gives a crap? Because we already made our money. Who cares? That's the thing. You know, screw the whole like, oh, it's going to pump, it's going to dump. Screw that, man. Screw that. Who cares? Pump or dump, who cares? I just made, you know, almost $1,000 in a sideways consolidation in like an hour and 15 minutes. Who cares? All right, let's take a look at the Bitcoin price now. All right, let's take a look at the Bitcoin price. Okay, as Crypto would say, today for the Bitcoin price. And look, I love Crypto, honestly. I do. I love Crypto. He is the man. All right, he's healthy now. He's jacked now. He used to be a fat slob. Dude's healthy, jacked. All right, he takes every supplement in the world. All right, he's German. When I listen to Crypto talk about health, I feel like I'm listening to Arnold himself. Tell me how to get healthy. Arnold is speaking right to me when I listen to Chris Crypto. It's Arnold saying, Jason, look, you have to eat the right kind of egg from the pasture. All right, Crypto is like, look, you need to take creatine and glycine and eat healthy food. Don't eat the seed oils, Jason. Horrible Arnold impression. All right. So here's the deal with Bitcoin, guys. Overall, pretty intense rejection from 70K. Pretty intense rejection from 70K. Honestly, front running some of my targets. And again, the overall context of Bitcoin, and then we will look at gold and silver too. Am I still in a gold trade? Yeah, I'm still in a gold trade here. This is the gold trade from the over on BTCC, guys. BTCC, all right, where you can trade gold and silver and more. All right, BTCC, baby. I'm trading gold on BTCC. Beautiful setup, by the way, right from the gap fill. But Bitcoin is in the sideways range, and again, we have front run the macro golden pocket, which is from the bear market bottom. You know what? When I have the iPad, my mouse goes over to the iPad somehow, and I lose it. We have the golden pocket from the low to the high, around 57-ish. We front ran that. We also have a very high volume node around that area as well. So we take this volume right here. Let's unextend. Let's unextend here. Unextend it. Bam. Yeah, we got that high volume node. We got the value area low. Like, obviously, we have very, very important support down here. Most of the time, guys, most of the time, if you front run very important support like we did here, 95% of the time, you're going to come back and revisit it. If it's a very key level, you front run it, you start to get the move first. Most of the time, you're going to come back and revisit that level. All right. And so I think that's actually most probable. I'd say we're in a bear market. I'm expecting Bitcoin to come down towards the low 50s. I expect us to take the wick from August 2024 at some point. All right. Now, I know a lot of people are talking about a big short squeeze loading. And yes, there's always the opportunity, possibility for a short squeeze. However, right now, as it stands now, I'm not convinced that that's going to happen so long as we are rejecting and making these lower highs from this trend line. And we had a big fake out of that a few days ago. All right. So we're under the POC of the range. We're right now trying to hold value area low. If we close this daily candle below the value area low, that's coming in 65,782. Then guess what? Then I'd say we're 99% going to come down below 60K. And when that happens, yeah, I would be looking for a bounce. I would be looking for a bounce from down there. But you never know. Maybe we just break down. So where would I be looking for my high time frame shorts right now? Well, hold the fib from high to low, and we rejected right from that key resistance. I mean, if we're going to make a lower high, you would expect it to come in from this zone right here. So yeah, I'd say our first short trade from the $69,000 zone was already kind of hit. Do I still have that on the chart? Like a few days ago, we had pretty much marked out all our high time frame zones. And one of those zones was the 69K area. All right. So yeah, swing trade opportunity, I would say coming down below 60K for a long. And for me, a swing short opportunity would be this. If this holds, if this low holds now, because remember, this is pretty important support right here. If this value area low holds and we pump up here, all right, we take all the liquidity, excellent, 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 short squeeze initiated. Then we need to be looking out for our support resistance flip at 74,000, where I will be absolutely looking for a short trade, 74,384. And then if we pull our Fibonacci from the high to the low, I'd say that is allowed to come up towards $84,000. And the three areas I'd actually be looking for precisely to get into a juicy swing short trade, all right, would be the following. I wish. Yeah. Oh, yeah. First of all, 74,384. And then we have the $80,000 to $85,000 zone. This is going to be the golden pocket, the value area low, and the support resistance flip, right? So we might see something very similar to what we saw over here, where we made our first low, we came down, we made a higher low, we held, and then we squeezed, right? So if that happens here, we need to be aware, firstly, of the $74,000 zone. We also have the daily order block right here. Then we need to be aware of the $80,000 to $84,000 resistance. And those are going to be two places to look for, in my opinion, a swing short to continue this downtrend of basically drop, range, drop, range. And if we manage to come up in here, drop, and then I would expect we probably range again around in the 50s. And my view is that we will drop, and my bear market target is 39.3, right? That's my bear market target, right? That's pretty much what I'm looking at on the high time frame. Let's take a look at gold and silver. We shall take a look at gold and silver. How's our trades doing? They're actually still in. They're still going, man. They're still going, baby. I just added a little bit to the long here because why the heck not, right? New York's going to open soon. New York's going to open soon. Let's see where our next resistance is going to be. Actually, while we're here, let's take a look at our 5-second. You know, if we come up and make another high here, that is a place to, we can see the money flow and the momentum coming down. That is actually pretty nice there. Let's check out our Uno minute as well. Yeah, that's a place to look when New York opens. But I hate using this strategy on New York Open. I really do hate it. I hate it so much. I do hate it. All right, let's take a look at gold now. Take a look at gold. Okay, wow. Yeah, so gold, guys, we had some interesting things happen for gold. Let me actually get to a blank chart here. That was the wrong, here we go. Let's get gold popping on. Gold popping on. All right, Bitcoin is coming back down from that. Let's see here. Yeah, we're coming back down. Again, guys, if you're just joining the stream now, look, we did a live scalping session this morning. We made money, and now we're done for the day, baby. All right? And I'm going to be doing these live scalping sessions multiple times a week. If you want to join my private scalping group where I do the live trading, all you got to do is sign up to BLOFIN using the link in the pinned chat. Sign up using my affiliate link. You're going to get super VIP fees, lower than anything. Even if you trade $1 billion of volume, they won't give you fees that low unless you use my link. And yeah, I'm going to be doing this like once a week or so on free YouTube. Going to be doing it a few times a week in the private community. All right, this is unrelated to the VIP Discord, by the way. VIP Discord, where we do the high time frame trades, that's still going to be a thing. All right. And anyone in VIP will have access to the scalping anyway. Right. So here we go, guys. Gold right now, the 1 hour time frame. Here's what we did. All right, we had this level marked out in our chart from quite some time ago. I think that was from Monday. And we said this is the place to long gold because, well, it's the gap fill, right? We had the breakout of major support resistance flip here. We had the value area high of the range. We had resistance. We had resistance. We had resistance. And then we gapped up, broke out of the resistance. And so we said, if we come to fill the gap, look for a long trade. All right. I've taken a long trade here on BTCC. All right. I've taken that trade from the gap fill. Just the setup was handed to us, right? So now what is going on here? Well, we also had another long entry coming back down to backtest 5131. I know this is hindsight analysis, but this is stuff we went over in advance, guys, in my live streams, so you got to subscribe. But I said, you know, now that we've gotten the bounce, we got to look for the backtest of the Fibonacci Golden Pocket 786. Guess where we come down to get the backtest, guys? The Golden Pocket 786. So we had 2 beautiful long trades handed to us. Both of these were given for free in advance in my live streams, guys. All right, so make sure to subscribe to the dang channel. Okay, the dang channel. And now gold is making a higher high. Okay, so gold is trading this sideways range right now. Let's see. Let's zoom in. All right, we're stopped out of the long, baby, for a $100 profit. All right, so here we are, baby. All right, we got our 5, 6, about 7, and this trade was from yesterday, so that doesn't count, but I did lock in another like $400 on that. So we're up a grand technically on the day, but I'll say 700. And then also I took the trade from another account live, which locked me in another 400. We're starting to take a dump right here. I'm gonna let this runner run, to be honest with you guys, right now. I'm just gonna let the runner run right now. See what happens. The rest of this position here, open right now. Yeah, so here's the deal with gold right now, guys. We are in a sideways range. This would be our range here. We are holding this as support. Let's go down to our 15-minute. By the way, guys, when it comes to gold and silver trading, the 12-minute, the 6-minute, the 24-minute, I don't use that for gold and silver. I only use that for Bitcoin. I use the 15-minute, 10-minute, 5-minute for gold and silver. Okay, so let's go to the half hour. I think we might have this. This is bullish if New York opens and we get a little bit of a drop first. Here's what I would be looking at. We have a giant fair value gap here from this is Friday at 8 o'clock. All right, so we have a giant fair value gap that has formed here where we have our golden pocket and our 786. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Oh, beautiful, man. I mean, so if we get a drop on gold, the place to look for the long, fill the fair value gap, come down to the value area high, the POC, the golden pocket, the 786. Let's go to the Uno Hora en Español and take a look here. The dos. Yeah, this would be a place to look. Yeah, definitely. Let's move that. Did we have a wick? Yeah. Yeah, let's look at this zone right here. As if gold comes back down, this would be our next high or low in this uptrend here. All right. That would be the place to look for me. Let's go down to the 5-minute on gold. I mean, that's just a beautiful setup in my opinion, right? It would allow us to take the liquidity from these guys who longed pre-New York open. New York takes that, comes down, and then we get the breakout, all right? In fact, who knows? Maybe we should just stick around for New York open. Maybe we get a gold trade up in here. Maybe we get a dang gold trade up in here. Maybe we get a gold trade in here, guys. What do you think? Did we get a gold trade today? Shout out to Alex O. Look, I got to give Alex O major shouts, all right? Because my man, Alex O, is inspirational, all right? He's honestly inspirational. Shout out to my man, Frange Petit. God bless you, man. God bless you, bro. May the Lord bless you in Jesus' name. Preparing for war. Where will I go live for the scalping? It's going to be in Discord, bro. It's going to be in Discord. The details have not been worked out yet. But it's going to be basically a role assigned based on your BLOFIN user ID. So we're going to do that. We're going to be doing... Here's how it's going to work. I'm going to do some of these for free on YouTube. I'm going to do a lot of them in the private group, which is free to join if you sign up using BLOFIN, using my link. And then I'm going to do some VIP Discord only. All right, some of them are going to be the VIP Discord only. So if you're in the VIP at jasoncaspertrading.com, where we give the swing trade setups and all that juicy goodness like this and this and this and this and this, all right, and this, all right, like the swing trade from 96K given in advance, the exact top short given in real time, the swing trade stuff in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, myself and 3 other instructors walking you through the live trades 3 times a day. You're going to have more scalp sessions than everyone else. Then there's the exclusive group, which is free to join if you use my BLOFIN link. And then I'll be doing these on YouTube for free, maybe once a week, once every other week or whatever. But yeah, so that's the deal with the gold here. New York's going to open in about 7 minutes. Check out the order flow quick. This is Bitcoin order flow, by the way. Open interest Garbaggio. Everything Garbaggio. Everything a Garbaggio. Let's pull the Fibonacci. It's me, Garbaggio. No offense if you're Italian. Look, I'm Italian too, all right? I come from an Italian, Jewish, Sephardic descent, all right? I'm a Sansone, which is Samson. So I'm Italian, I'm Jewish. Look, I'm everything. I'm not Chinese though, as far as I know. I'm also Cuban. Isn't that crazy? Let's see here. All right, we got our 618 macro down here. Ooh, look at this, guys. I'm actually getting a little bit excited for Bitcoin right now. Hang on 1 second. Hang on 1 second, man. Hang on 1 second. I might see like a nice trade going on here on Bitcoin. Let's. What time frame is this? This is that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. Look at this. I can't believe I forgot. Look, you get sucked into the dang 5-second chart, and you forget about these juicy levels. My goodness. My goodness. That's how my grandfather would say, my goodness. Shout out to my grandfather, Francisco, my grandfather. Watch this, guys. Oh yeah, these are the levels we were looking at all week, man. Honestly, we were looking at these all week, man. We gave this level in advance, baby. We gave this level in advance, baby. All right, in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. But look at this. We're bouncing right now from the Valley area. New York's going to open in 5 minutes. Look at this. We got the Valley area, but just under us, we have the beautiful, amazing Fibonacci golden pocket coming down here at the bottom of this 2-hour order block. Let's go to the 4-hour. Oh, my goodness. Would you look at this? Looks amazing. Looks amazing. Looks amazing. Looks amazing. All right, amazing, amazing. What do we see? We see the Fibonacci golden pocket. We see a 4-hour order block. We see a support resistance flippity floop flop. Man, honestly, I'm interested. I'm pretty interested. Girl, I see you from across the room and I am interested. I am interested. You know, I want to get to know you a little bit. You know, maybe we could go out for some coffee. You know, go to a cafe, listen to some dang smooth jazz. Let's analyze the volume of this. Okay. Yeah, I'd say these two zones get me interested. And what would I be interested in there? It's the 4-hour. Let's go down to our 24 minuto. You know, I don't know. Like, New York's about to open in 3 minutes. If we get another drop down to the golden pocket, honestly, with continued divergence here on the high time frame, what do we want to see? We want to see that beautiful uneven butt cheek pattern looking like this, left cheek juicy, skinny cheek on the right. All right, that's what I would want to see there for my next trade, honestly. All right. All right. Well, New York's about to open, guys. So I'm going to head out. God bless you guys. In Jesus' name, I do pray you're super blessed, you and your families. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Peace.